Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Meat City Gaming. JD here with another episode of Pivot Point here in World of Tanks. Today I am in my T57 Heavy in a Steps encounter battle. It's a tier 10 battle, obviously, and pretty good matchmaking. We have only 2 tier 10 tanks on each team, and then a bunch of tier 9s, and half of each team is tier 8 tanks. So, if we want to be successful in this battle, it's probably going to be on my shoulders to have a pretty good hand in influencing the battle, because I am one of only 2 top tier tanks on my team. So what I'm going to do to start, it's an encounter battle with the flag in the northeast valley. I'm going to post up in this bush here and look for some early shots on any guys that want to run across the open field here. Here's some scouts that are doing just that. I take 2 punts at that T71. It's a very fast and small target of a tank, so they miss, but I do have a shot at a E50 here, German tier 9 medium tank, put 1 in, damage his engine, and then I take a punt with my last shot just to clear the magazine, and I go for a reload. So I think it's a good strategy here to start by posting up on this corner instead of just rushing to the flag. If we can get any free damage in on tanks that are out in the open, all the better for when the final battle for the capture point takes place later on. So once again, I'm just looking for opportunities here. I'm in the bush, trying not to get spotted, trying to put some damage in, but not really getting many opportunities. I keep seeing tanks, but they're moving, they're traversing, they're behind rocks, don't really have clean shots, and one of the weaknesses of the T57 Heavy, it's a great tank, but it does not carry a ton of ammo. You can certainly do a heck of a lot of damage with the shots that you do have, but it is a little bit limited. So if you're going to expect to be carrying a game or having a big role in it, like I am in this one, you want to be pretty smart about your shot selection. So at some point here, I'm going to need to make a move, and I probably wait a little bit too long. I'm looking at the mini-map throughout the battle. I don't want to see the enemy overrunning the capture point. If they get 3 or 4 guys in there, they'll be able to cap fairly quickly, and it'll be really tough for us to get over there in time to do anything about it. Again, because it's an encounter battle, a single person in the cap takes over 3 minutes. It's much longer than a standard battle cap timer, but if you get multiple tanks in there, it moves pretty quick. So I went for one more shot there, got spotted, didn't get a hit in. It's kind of a cluster up here. I'm interfering with this tank destroyer who's also looking to use this bush. So I decide to make a move. I'm going to relocate, and while I do, I'm going to reload my clip. The T57 Heavy has a great reload time on this 120mm. It's just over 20 seconds right now with my current equipment and skill setup, and so by the time I relocate, my cannon should be reloaded with a full clip. So I'm going to poke over the ridge here, and we see a VK4502B, really heavily armored tank, and he's angled pretty well, but I'm going to let the penetration of this gun try to do some work here. Track him, 1 into his fuel tank, a second one set him on fire, no dice, we got 1 left, and that was a rushed shot, bounced off his front plate there, which was pretty well angled. So the VK, great frontal armor on that tank. He was angled pretty well towards this location, so once again, I'm going to relocate as my clip reloads, try to change up the angle. Now again, as I'm moving, I'm checking the mini-map, and we've got 2 tanks over near the cap point, and I see 1 tank, they've started capping, and a second tank is pushed out, engaging a scout over there. So I gotta keep an eye on this, but it's not dire yet. And I poke around the corner with my full clip, put 1 into the enemy there, take him out. See a T32 crossing, put 1 into him, he gets taken out by an ally. I've got 1 left, and this Ferdinand climbing the hill very slowly makes a juicy target, and we put a nice meaty shot into him, and then once again we're reloading our clip. And once again we're going to relocate, change up the angle a little bit, and we'll use the slope here to try and get us a little bit of a flank going. So we can see that the battle for the flag in the minimap is not going well. Now our scout and the other tank that were over there helping were eliminated, and there are 3 uncontested tanks over by the flag. Thankfully only 1 of them is capping right now, so plenty of time to get over there and reset the cap. But we can't mess around here, we need to get moving. So I've got my clip reloaded, and I'm closing in on these 2 tanks here. We've got the E50. Before I get there, we got a little surprise herpes for the FV215B. That's the British tier 10 heavy tank. Pop over the ridge, 1 into him, and he is out of the game. And then we've got the E50, the German tier 9 that I saw earlier. We're going to poke over the ridge. He's running. Let's see if I can put 1 into his rear. I do, but I took a big hit from a Borzig, and I kind of panicked there, rush a shot as he retreats, fire off a second shot at that tank destroyer that was already killed. but I did need to reload anyway, so no major harm done there. So we're reloading, we're going to relocate, and we need to get over towards that base. And then, whoa, did you see that? Right across the top of the screen, that was an artillery shell that was fired. So I know there are artillery pieces over here. And I feel like one guy in the cap timer still is over 2 minutes and 30 seconds. We should remove this guy rather than just leave him here to fire shells at us the whole time we're trying to fight off the guys in the cap. So, I come over here, see him, try to poke up and get a shot in, but my allies put 2 into him, and the artillery piece is removed. So, threat dealt with. We have this battle in hand as far as the numbers are concerned, but we really need to get over there. A little over 2 minutes left on the counter, 4 enemy tanks left. We know 1 is in the cap circle, and we know 2 are down engaging the rest of our guys, but we have 2 minutes left. So as long as there's only 1 guy in that cap circle, I should be able to get over there with plenty of time to spare. And oh, okay. So the second guy just got into the cap circle. So now there's 2 in there. Now the cap timer is under a minute. So no time to mess around. I need to beeline, no subtlety here, right for the cap circle, get there as quickly as I can, and I go for a premium clip reload here because, man, if I even get there, it is going to be close, and I certainly can't afford a bounce. I need to give myself every opportunity to do some damage. There was an argument for putting in that 1 high explosive clip I have to guarantee some damage. I could see the argument there. Maybe that would have been the right call, but this tank's good enough. There's no mouse down. There's no E100. I should be able to get through with 4 shots, whatever I'm shooting at. But man, is it going to be close. I get spotted. We're at 14 seconds. 10 seconds. I do have a friendly T-32 here with me, but I don't know. This is going to be really close, guys. 5 seconds. 4. I spot them. Tiger 2. Put a shot in. Take him out, but he had less than half the capture points. I bounce 2 off the front of this Yag Tiger. Take my time. Aim this one fully. Yes. Reset the cap. He's taken out. He's taken down. The cap is completely reset. I take a big hit to my ammo rack, so there's no way this clip is getting reloaded here. But the Yag Tiger is all by himself. I do a little end around to get him to turn. I figure maybe he'll take me out, but if he's pointing his rear towards the rest of my tanks, he'll be eliminated. He knows I'm reloading, so he doesn't worry about me. Now he turns back to face my tanks, my friends. I go for a little ram here at the end, but he gets taken out before I'm able to put any last ram damage into him. It certainly wouldn't have been enough to take him out, but would have been a nice little to end to the game there. But man, was that close. I think there were about 4 seconds left on the cap when we popped that ridge and put our first shot into that Tiger 2. So, not a great result in terms of damage or kills. 3,500 damage is fairly mediocre. 4 kills. We do get a second class mastery badge, which is nice. But the star of the show for this is that Defender medal. You know, definitely made a couple mistakes there. Probably waited too long in that first bush to start and push on that flank there. But we were able to recover just enough. You know, we knew when we had to get down to business and not mess around. We can see here a close look at the detailed stats. 100 base defense points, maximum amount there by taking out the Tiger 2 and the Yag Tiger. So just over 1,260 damage, or I'm sorry, 1,260 base XP, 3,500 damage, 4 kills. Didn't really bounce or block a lot of shots with the armor. We certainly took some hits, but we got through the game okay. So guys, thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment below. What is the closest you've had to a cap that you were able to save at the end of the battle? So for me, that was about 4 seconds left on it. If you've had a closer one or one that was just about that close, feel free to tell me about it in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you next time.